today we are doing the last episode for The Flash for this season, episode 22, titled Legacy.
Yes, season 5.
So it is the end of the season. We're gonna go on a long break before we see season 6.
Yes, and this episode is called Legacy, and we originally had thought that the legacy was just about Flash. You know, his legacy that he supposedly left behind for Nora. But after the whole episode, we realized that it's about all of them.
Yeah. So we start off the episode with this last scene from the previous episode where Ralph realized what Dawn's plan is up to. He jumps in front of the dagger, gets hit by the mirror gun, and his body ends up being kinetically inverted form.
Yes, and as you guys know, since Ralph's body is elastic, he fights against the warping of the gun, and so he kind of goes into this state where his body's constantly like morphing.
Yeah. So with them bringing Ralph back to the lab and figuring out why Ralph stopped the dagger from getting shoot to another dimension, whatever, Sherlock finds out that Ralph had figured out Dawn's plan.
Yes.
And Dawn's plan was to bring Nora back in time to destroy the dagger and stop Cicada so that in the future, Dawn would be free. So basically, from the previous episode where it ended with the dagger on Dawn's chest, it was not that he had that dagger and he was charging it. That dagger was to stop him from using his speed, and it is something that they had kept, and they used it on him. With Nora eliminating it in the future, it won't. Nora eliminating it in the past, it won't exist in the future.
Right, and so Dawn, as you guys know, he's the most experienced speedster at time traveling. The guy has constantly time traveled to many, many different timelines, and so we don't even know which Dawn's the real one anymore at this point. Maybe even this guy, the prison one, might not even be the original Dawn, so we don't even know. But what we do know is that Dawn understands how the timeline stream works. As you guys remember how Jay Garrick explained to Barry that if you create any sort of different changes within the time stream, it creates a new timeline. And so, but then because Dawn has done so much time traveling, he's kind of figured out how to mess with the timeline without causing it to change. And then when someone messes it, but by not doing it himself, he does not affect his future self.
Yeah. So with them stopping the little particle thingy from that sphere from exploding, so they were able to find something that Cicada dropped behind, and it is a piece of wood. So they were able to find where Cicada was located in the woods. So before Team Flash arrives, Cicada just figures out that with that being destroyed, now she needs to get into that time sphere, time travel, to when the night of the particle accelerator exploded.
Right.
Therefore, she can stop all the metahuman from being created. Yes. And with her doing that, about to go do that, Team Flash had already figured out where she was. They were able to use the portal device to send her into the force field and trapped her at Starblast. While Nora and them, she still has her connection with young Grace. Nora goes back into young Grace's mind and talks to her that, you're a metahuman, it's inside of you and everything, and you need to wake up so that you can take this cure. Your uncle wanted you to take this cure. Why did you think he'd take it? So they were going through this whole thing of Grace seeing good Uncle Orlin and bad Uncle Orlin, and then she finally snaps out of it. Okay, I will take the cure. She wakes up and she tells Nora, I'll take it. Nora injects it into her, but it's not enough. Therefore, Cicada Future breaks out of the prison, returns to the cabinet, and they start to fight,
Yeah.
But the thing is, they cannot get rid of the dagger. They get rid of the dagger, Dawn is free, so they need to separate Cicada, the dagger, and everything like that. And so they go into all these fight, but they can't beat out Cicada because her powers dampens all of their powers, and it's only Caitlin who can go up against her. And just when Cicada is about to kill Nora, Cisco opens a portal, throws a mirror gun. Barry has no choice to shoot the dagger. Therefore, the dagger disappears.
Right.
Cicada Grace does not exist in the future.
Yes. So Barry made the notion throughout the episode that he was willing to choose the dagger over Thawne.
Yeah.
He understood Barry, and that's the thing is, guys, is Barry throughout the season, that was kind of like the common theme, was Barry kept saying to the common theme is that some villains never change. There's a reason why they're a villain. It has nothing to do with their powers. It has everything to do with the person they are inside. And so Barry understood that it didn't matter what they did. Thawne was going to be a villain regardless. And so the only thing he can do now is protect the people he loves and cares about, and protect the future of many who are innocent.
Yeah.
So he obviously had already made the decision that he was going to destroy the dagger, regardless of what was going to happen in the future to Thawne.
Yeah.
What he didn't know was that dagger, Cicada's existence, would be a big enough rift that would cause Nora damage.
Yeah. So with the dagger gone, future Cicada is gone. Little Grace is healed. They heal her and everything is good for her. Now we go into the future. Reverse Flash is about to get
a badass moment.
Is about to get killed, but with the dagger disappearing, he beats up all the guards around
activates
him.
negative speed force.
And he's like kills the guy and everything like that.
Even did if you guys seen Star Wars, Emperor Palpatine, Palpatine, he can shoot like the blue lightning out of his hands. What he did to Darth Vader, like that was like Eobard did that to the dude. And he was like, shocked him with it. Yeah, that was a Star Wars reference.
As he's about to make his escape, Nora rewinds time, and her and Flash appears in front of Reverse Flash. And Thawne ends up leading them into the city, and we get to see Thawne like split up into two of him, and running around the city, having them fight. And then it ends up being Cisco opening a portal with the time sphere, bringing everybody into the future, and the team arrives in the future to defeat Thawne. And like they go and fight, and just when Nora is about to kill Thawne, she stops. She starts to like fade away, like how Cicada was fading away. And Thawne explains to her that the timeline has changed because her timeline has a Cicada.
Yes.
With them destroying Cicada, Thawne and the dagger is gone. Thawne is free,
right.
But Nora's timeline does not have a Cicada, therefore she does not exist as well.
Right.
Yeah.
As you guys remember, this Thawne is Nora has already affected her timeline. Without her even knowing, she has already affected it. She affected it by just being there, punching the satellite. She has already had changed her timeline. Then she went on and saved everybody. By saving everybody, she also created a new timeline. And so Thawne, obviously, because Thawne's fate, in all those timelines, his fate kept repeating. So it didn't matter. Thawne was dying regardless, over and over and over, until she destroyed the dagger.
Yeah.
The moment she destroyed the dagger, Thawne got saved, but she ceased to exist because her existence comes from the fact that Barry and Iris, they can't catch Cicada.
Yeah. So, Thawne explains that because she changes that, the only way to save her is for her to enter the negative speed force. And she is, because the changes is going to happen to her with her entering the negative speed force, it will not happen to her. Barry makes, Thawne escapes, and Barry's like, I have no choice, I'm going to throw Nora in there. And as they're running towards the negative speed force, Nora snaps out of it. She runs back and she tells her parents that she cannot do it. And Iris and Barry are panicking that you need to go or you will not be saved, you will be gone forever. And she goes, this is my legacy. I want to pretty much die as a hero. Going into the negative speed force will make me turn out like Thawne. I will never be the same anymore. So her parents, they don't know what to do anymore because, they're trying to save her, but it's too late. She's starting to like vanish already, and so she hugs them and vanishes in their arm.
Yes.
And so we get them coming back to the past, and the team, they're pretty much,
they're sad.
They're sad. The Nora's gone, and all these stuff like that. And Iris finds Nora's journal that she left behind with her time language written, and then not knowing what's going on, and Barry was able to find a little piece, like a chip in there that she left. So it was a video message that she left behind to them, thanking them for being great parents to her and making the hero she wanted to be. And then so, with all of that ending and everything, we get Sherlock returning back to his Earth with Renee Adler in his Earth. And we also get Ralph going back to being the detective and, starting a new case, which will probably lead us to season 6. He picked up a new case. And then in the lab, Cisco asked Caitlin that he will take the metahuman cure. He finally confessed to Camilla about him being a metahuman. And, he was willing to be who he's supposed to be. He doesn't want to be Vibe. He wants to be Cisco and have the life he always had before he became Vibe,
Right.
So he took the cure so he can go on and be happy with Camille, and that is his exit. And then we get, just before, Cisco leaves, he tells Caitlin that I have something as a thank you for you in my lab. Caitlin goes. It's her new suit for Killer Frost for season 6 that we will get to see.
You don't get to see it yet.
Yeah, just some nice leather.
Yeah.
Dark blue leather.
Yeah, so she actually get to wear another suit, just like how in season 3. Obviously, in this whole season, she was just kind of coming out wearing whatever Caitlin was wearing. So we're finally going to get to see her wear a full-out suit again, which is nice.
Yeah. And then at CCPD, we get Captain Singh, who has been promoted to Chief of Police, and he gives Joe West the new captain. The new captain of them. Yeah. And so he's
so
all
proud
like, he tells like Joe, don't worry, you'll be fine because you have the Flash.
Yeah.
And he's all like, I've been knowing all along, Barry, that you're the Flash.
That's and I like it. It kind of like explains. Obviously, he's exiting, and it explains how the reason why he never had a problem with Barry running around.
Yeah, never out
and never there at work, or hell, you remember last season. There's a reason why he kept giving Barry second chances and stuff, because he knew all along that Barry was the Flash. I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to figure that out. If Flash is running around, skinny old Flash running around, and then Barry's not there, it's kind of like, you know what?
He's gone while the Flash is here.
Yeah.
And while the Flash is gone, he's here. So kind of adds up,
Right. And sometimes Barry kind of goes, whoosh, like, come on. I mean, you got to be an idiot to not see this orange lightning flying by, and he's in the office.
Yeah, and then there's like, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
What the heck?
And you're going to be like, okay, well, Flash is definitely somebody here in the office.
Yeah. So, that ends it for us. But just when we think the episode was about to end, we get in the time vault where Gideon is unseen by anyone. The news article that says the Flash disappeared in 2024.
Yeah, in the red skies.
Yeah, in 2024. The times rewind and it says 2019. So.
Yes. Which also was hinted by Eobard. Eobard told Barry, see you next time in Crisis. So, obviously, Eobard has lived through this moment. He knows this is the reason why Barry disappears. But he lies to Nora that Cicada is the reason why Barry disappears. So, he's very smart.
Yeah.
He played Nora like a fool and saved himself. He knew that Barry was going to disappear during Crisis. Now, obviously, we all kind of believe that he won't because of what Oliver did. And so it's going to be very fun to see how next season's going to pan out, because we do get Batgirl coming into the story, and then obviously we're going to get that crossover.
And then we're gonna get Arrow ending.
Yeah,
and some little sneak peek that like Oliver's deal is to trade his life for Kara and Barry,
right.
where he's going to be dying multiple times. Yeah, so he's gonna get killed multiple times, repeat or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we do get Candace dropping some picture on her Instagram with her pregnant belly. So she is going to be pregnant for season 6.
Yes, and we all know, if any of you guys obviously have read up the Flash stories and stuff, you all know that Barry and Iris's children there is none of their children named Nora. There is only they only have Dawn, Alan, and
I forgot the other one.
But they have twins.
Yeah, it's twins.
But then they don't have Nora. Nora is further down the line, so it is going to be interesting to see how this all turns out, because those children are going to have Speed Force in them.
Yeah, so yeah, we do get a lot of spoilers and everything, as you guys know how they usually do it. Once the season ends, it does not mean it's the end filming for them.
Right.
They have to film the first couple episodes so they can get a preview for us that they could show at San Diego Comic-Con and get everybody hyped up for it. And then they go on their break, and then they come back and do all the filming again in the fall and winter. So yeah, so we end season 5 with that, and be looking forward to season 6. We do have a lot of people exiting, and we're kind of like, to me, I'm like, who's the next
Ralph staying.
We're excited for Ralph.
Yeah.
I'm actually very glad.
I like
for
Ralph's character.
Yeah, I really like Ralph with them. He's very normal, and he thinks very like how a regular person would think,
right?
Instead of meta-human think.
Well, yeah, I like that Ralph attacks situations like Sherlock, where yes, I may not be smart and just pure intelligence, but I deduce things out, and then I figure things out from there. So I like that they have a person like Ralph there, because he helps them solve things when they can't see it.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm looking forward to who's going to be the next Harrison Wells helping them. If not, he's just going to be playing Eborn Thawne.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit hint also that Eddie is going to be returning. Yeah.
Yes.
So it might be this next season that he's coming back, but it says that Eddie is returning, and who knows who Eddie is going to be.
Yeah.
But yes, that concludes it for season 5, The Flash. And
it's over.
We won't be seeing you guys on Saturdays with Flash Review anymore until summer.
Yes.
Till July, when Comic-Con hits, and we will react to the preview of it, and when they actually come back. So I don't know, I'm thinking they come back in September or October, so
something like that.
So we are going to be on a long Flash break until they come back. So
yes,
this will be the last review for The Flash for season 5, and we will see you guys in season 6.
Yep.
Bye bye.
See you guys.